Have you ever wondered why happiness seems elusive? What if the key to a happier life lies in letting go of certain habits? In this video, we will uncover 9 toxic habits that might be holding you back from true happiness and how you can break free from them. By understanding and addressing these habits, you can pave the way for a more joyful and fulfilling life. So let's dive in and discover how you can start living a happier life today. Negativity is like a dark cloud that hovers over our lives, casting shadows on our thoughts, actions, and interactions. This toxic habit often begins with negative thinking, which can become a pattern that's hard to break. Negative thoughts might seem harmless at first, but they can quickly snowball into a pervasive mindset that affects every aspect of our lives. Negative thinking distorts reality, making challenges seem insurmountable and opportunities appear as threats. When we're trapped in a cycle of negativity, we might miss out on the positive experiences and possibilities that life has to offer. This mindset not only affects our mental well-being, but also impacts our physical health, relationships, and overall happiness. One effective way to combat negativity is by practicing positive thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties in life, but rather shifting our focus from what's wrong to what's right. Positive thinking helps us see situations in a more balanced and hopeful light, encouraging us to look for solutions rather than dwelling on problems. To cultivate positive thinking, start by being mindful of your thoughts. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, challenge them by asking yourself if they're based on facts or assumptions. Replace these thoughts with more positive and constructive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try thinking, "This is challenging, but I can learn and improve." Another powerful tool against negativity is gratitude. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we can shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance. Take a few moments each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small they might seem. This practice can help rewire your brain to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also crucial. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you, and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. By creating a positive environment, you can reinforce a positive mindset and reduce the impact of negativity. Breaking free from negativity requires consistent effort and practice, but the rewards are well worth it. As you cultivate a more positive mindset, you'll find yourself feeling happier, more resilient, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Remember, the power to change your thoughts and your life lies within you. Complaining is a habit that many of us fall into without even realizing it. It's easy to focus on what's wrong and express our dissatisfaction, but constant complaining can create a negative mindset that drags us down. When we complain, we reinforce a sense of powerlessness and negativity, which can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Complaining not only affects our own mental state, but also impacts those around us. When we constantly voice our grievances, we spread negativity and create a toxic atmosphere. This can strain relationships and make us less enjoyable to be around. Moreover, complaining often leads to a cycle of negativity, where the more we complain, the more we notice things to complain about. One way to break the habit of complaining is by practicing gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, shift your attention to what's right. Gratitude helps us appreciate the positive aspects of our lives and fosters a sense of contentment. By regularly reflecting on the things we're grateful for, we can reframe our mindset and reduce the urge to complain. Another effective strategy is to adopt a solution-oriented approach. When you catch yourself about to complain, pause and ask yourself if there's something you can do to improve the situation. Instead of dwelling on the problem, focus on finding solutions. This proactive mindset empowers you to take control of your circumstances and fosters a sense of accomplishment. It's also helpful to limit exposure to negative influences. If you find that certain people or situations trigger your tendency to complain, try to minimize your interactions with them or change how you respond. Surround yourself with positive influences and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. This can help create a more positive environment that supports your efforts to break the habit of complaining. Lastly, practice self-awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and words and make a conscious effort to steer them in a more positive direction. When you catch yourself complaining, take a moment to reframe your thoughts and focus on the positives. This might take time and practice, but over time, you'll find it easier to maintain a positive outlook. By reducing the habit of complaining and focusing on gratitude and solutions, you can create a more positive and fulfilling life. Remember, the power to change your mindset and your life lies within you. In our interconnected world, it's easier than ever to compare ourselves to others. Social media, in particular, has made it almost impossible to avoid seeing the highlights of other people's lives. This constant exposure can lead to unhealthy comparisons that erode our self-esteem and happiness. Comparing ourselves to others can make us feel inadequate and unworthy. We might focus on what we lack rather than appreciating what we have. This mindset can lead to feelings of jealousy, resentment, and frustration. It's important to remember that social media often presents a curated version of reality, showcasing only the best moments while hiding the struggles and imperfections. One way to break free from the comparison trap is to focus on your own progress and achievements. Everyone's journey is unique, and comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. Instead of measuring your worth against someone else's accomplishments, set personal goals and celebrate your own milestones. Recognize that your worth is not determined by how you stack up against others, but by your own efforts and growth. Practicing self-compassion is also crucial. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that everyone has their own struggles and challenges. When you catch yourself comparing, remind yourself that you are on your own path and that your value is not diminished by someone else's success. Embrace your uniqueness and focus on being the best version of yourself. Limiting your exposure to social media can also help reduce comparisons. Take breaks from scrolling through feeds and spend more time engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. By focusing on real-life experiences and connections, you can create a more balanced and positive perspective. Another helpful strategy is to practice gratitude. By regularly reflecting on the things you're grateful for, you can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude helps you appreciate your own journey and recognize the abundance in your life. Breaking the habit of comparing requires mindfulness and practice, but the benefits are well worth it. As you shift your focus from comparisons to self-growth, you'll find yourself feeling more content, confident, and happy. Remember, the only person you need to compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Holding grudges is a toxic habit that can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds. When we hold on to anger and resentment, we create emotional baggage that prevents us from moving forward and finding peace. Grudges can consume our thoughts and energy, making it difficult to focus on positive aspects of life. Forgiveness is a powerful antidote to holding grudges. It's important to understand that forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting what happened. Instead, it's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Forgiveness allows you to let go of the past and create space for healing and growth. Practicing forgiveness can be challenging, especially when we've been deeply hurt. However, it's a crucial step towards emotional well-being and happiness. Start by acknowledging your feelings and allowing yourself to experience them fully. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or sad. These emotions are valid and part of the healing process. Next, consider the impact of holding onto a grudge. Reflect on how it affects your mental and emotional health. Recognize that holding on to anger and resentment keeps you stuck in the past and prevents you from experiencing peace and joy in the present. When you're ready, try to see the situation from a different perspective. This doesn't mean excusing the behavior, but understanding that people often act out of their own pain and limitations. By practicing empathy and compassion, you can begin to soften the grip of anger and open the door to forgiveness. Remember that forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. It may take time and effort to fully let go of a grudge, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself and allow the healing to unfold at its own pace. As you practice forgiveness, you'll find that it brings a sense of relief and freedom. Letting go of grudges allows you to focus on the present and create a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Remember, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, a way to release the past and embrace the possibilities of the future. Procrastination is a habit that can lead to stress, frustration, and a sense of unfulfillment. When we put off tasks and responsibilities, we create a backlog of unfinished business that weighs on our minds and affects our overall well-being. Procrastination can prevent us from reaching our goals and enjoying the satisfaction of accomplishment. One of the main reasons we procrastinate is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of the unknown. This fear can paralyze us and make even the simplest tasks seem overwhelming. It's important to recognize that procrastination is a way of avoiding discomfort, but it often leads to greater stress and anxiety in the long run. To overcome procrastination, start by breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of focusing on the entire project, concentrate on the first step. This makes the task feel less daunting and more achievable. As you complete each step, you'll build momentum and confidence, making it easier to continue. Another effective strategy is to set clear and specific goals. Vague goals can be overwhelming and lead to procrastination. By setting concrete and attainable objectives, you can create a roadmap that guides your actions and keeps you focused. Creating a structured schedule can also help combat procrastination. Allocate specific times for tasks and stick to your schedule as much as possible. By establishing a routine, you can reduce the temptation to put things off and create a sense of discipline and accountability. It's also helpful to address the underlying fears that drive procrastination. Reflect on what's holding you back and challenge these fears with positive affirmations and constructive thoughts. Remind yourself that it's okay to make mistakes and that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards progress. Practicing self-compassion is crucial when dealing with procrastination. Be kind to yourself and recognize that everyone struggles with procrastination at times. Instead of criticizing yourself, celebrate your efforts and progress. This positive reinforcement can boost your motivation and help you stay on track. By breaking tasks into smaller steps, setting clear goals, creating a schedule, and addressing underlying fears, you can overcome procrastination and achieve a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Remember, every small step you take brings you closer to your goals and a happier life. Perfectionism is a double-edged sword. While striving for excellence can drive us to achieve great things, an obsession with perfection can lead to stress, dissatisfaction, and a fear of failure. Perfectionism sets unrealistic standards that are often impossible to meet, leading to a constant sense of inadequacy and frustration. One of the main pitfalls of perfectionism is that it can prevent us from taking action. The fear of not being perfect can paralyze us and keep us from starting or completing tasks. This can lead to missed opportunities and a lack of progress in various areas of our lives. To overcome perfectionism, start by recognizing that perfection is an illusion. No one is perfect, and mistakes are a natural part of the learning and growth process. Embrace the idea that it's okay to be imperfect and that your worth is not defined by flawless performance. One effective strategy is to focus on progress rather than perfection. Set realistic and attainable goals and celebrate your achievements along the way. Recognize that small steps forward are still steps in the right direction. By valuing progress, you can reduce the pressure to be perfect and enjoy the journey of growth and improvement. Another helpful approach is to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that making mistakes is part of being human. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. This can help reduce the stress and anxiety associated with perfectionism. It's also important to challenge perfectionist thoughts and beliefs. When you catch yourself thinking that you need to be perfect, question whether this belief is realistic or helpful. Replace these thoughts with more balanced and positive ones, such as, "I am doing my best and that's enough." Creating a supportive environment can also help combat perfectionism. Surround yourself with people who encourage and appreciate you for who you are, rather than for your achievements. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, regardless of the outcome. This can help you develop a healthier and more balanced perspective on success and self-worth. By focusing on progress, practicing self-compassion, challenging perfectionist beliefs, and creating a supportive environment, you can overcome perfectionism and lead a happier, more fulfilling life. Remember, true success is not about being perfect, but about growing, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. Toxic relationships can have a profound impact on our happiness and well-being. When we're surrounded by negativity, criticism, and unhealthy dynamics, it can drain our energy and make it difficult to maintain a positive outlook on life. Toxic relationships can take many forms, including friendships, romantic relationships, and even family connections. One of the first steps in addressing toxic relationships is recognizing the signs. These may include constant criticism, manipulation, lack of support, and feelings of being drained or unappreciated. It's important to listen to your instincts and acknowledge when a relationship is causing more harm than good. Setting boundaries is crucial in managing toxic relationships. Boundaries help protect your emotional and mental well-being by creating clear limits on what is acceptable behavior. Communicate your boundaries assertively and consistently, and be prepared to enforce them if necessary. This might mean limiting contact with certain individuals or even ending the relationship if it continues to be harmful. It's also important to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Seek out relationships that uplift and inspire you, and invest time in nurturing these connections. Positive relationships can provide a sense of belonging, encouragement, and emotional support, helping to counterbalance the effects of toxic interactions. Practicing self-care is another essential strategy. Prioritize activities that promote your well-being, such as exercise, hobbies, meditation, and spending time in nature. Taking care of your physical and mental health can help you build resilience and maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of challenging relationships. If you're struggling with a toxic relationship, consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor. A professional can provide valuable insights and guidance, helping you navigate difficult situations and develop healthy coping strategies. They can also help you build self-esteem and confidence, making it easier to set and maintain boundaries. By recognizing the signs of toxic relationships, setting boundaries, surrounding yourself with positive influences, practicing self-care, and seeking professional support when needed, you can create a healthier and happier life. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and it's okay to distance yourself from relationships that don't align with your well-being. Self-doubt is a common and often debilitating habit that can prevent us from reaching our full potential and experiencing true happiness. When we doubt ourselves, we undermine our confidence and capabilities, making it difficult to pursue our goals and dreams. Self-doubt often stems from negative past experiences, fear of failure, or a lack of self-esteem. It can manifest as a constant inner critic that questions our worth and abilities. This negative self-talk can create a cycle of doubt and inaction, holding us back from taking risks and embracing new opportunities. To overcome self-doubt, start by challenging your negative self-talk. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," pause and question these thoughts. Ask yourself if they're based on facts or assumptions, and replace them with more positive and empowering statements. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try thinking, "I can learn and improve." Building self-confidence is also crucial. Confidence comes from taking action and achieving small successes. Set achievable goals and take consistent steps towards them. Celebrate your progress and accomplishments, no matter how small they might seem. Each success builds confidence and reinforces your belief in your abilities. Practicing self-compassion is another effective strategy. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would treat a friend who is struggling. Acknowledge your efforts and recognize that everyone experiences self-doubt at times. By being gentle with yourself, you can reduce the impact of self-doubt and create a more supportive inner dialogue. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also help combat self-doubt. Spend time with people who uplift and encourage you, and seek out mentors or role models who inspire you. Positive relationships can provide valuable support and perspective, helping you see your strengths and potential more clearly. Visualization is a powerful tool for building confidence and overcoming self-doubt. Take a few moments each day to visualize yourself succeeding and achieving your goals. Imagine how it feels to be confident and capable, and hold on to that feeling. Visualization can help reinforce a positive self-image and boost your motivation. By challenging negative self-talk, building self-confidence, practicing self-compassion, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and using visualization techniques, you can overcome self-doubt and create a happier and more fulfilling life. Remember, you are capable and worthy of achieving your dreams, and the only limits are the ones you place on yourself. In our fast-paced and achievement-oriented society, overworking has become a common habit that many of us fall into. While hard work and dedication are important, overworking can lead to burnout, stress, and a diminished quality of life. It's essential to find a balance between work and personal life to maintain overall happiness and well-being. One of the main reasons we overwork is the pressure to succeed and meet high expectations. This pressure can come from external sources, such as employers or societal norms, as well as internal sources, like our own desire for success and validation. However, it's important to recognize that overworking can have negative consequences on our physical and mental health. To break the habit of overworking, start by setting clear boundaries between work and personal time. Establish specific working hours and stick to them as much as possible. Avoid bringing work home or checking emails outside of designated work hours. By creating a clear separation between work and personal life, you can ensure that you have time to relax and recharge. It's also important to prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that promote your well-being, such as exercise, hobbies, spending time with loved ones, and getting enough sleep. Self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity for maintaining balance and preventing burnout. By taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to handle the demands of work and life. Learning to delegate and ask for help is another crucial strategy. Recognize that you don't have to do everything on your own. Delegate tasks when possible, and seek support from colleagues or family members. This can help lighten your workload and reduce the pressure to overwork. Practicing mindfulness can also help you stay present and focused. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can reduce stress and increase your ability to manage work-related challenges effectively. Consider incorporating mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, into your daily routine. Lastly, reflect on your goals and priorities. Ask yourself what truly matters to you and whether your current work habits align with your values and long-term aspirations. Sometimes, we get caught up in the pursuit of success without considering whether it brings us true fulfillment. By aligning your actions with your values, you can create a more meaningful and balanced life. By setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, delegating tasks, practicing mindfulness, and reflecting on your goals, you can break the habit of overworking and create a happier and more fulfilling life. Remember, success is not just about hard work, but also about maintaining balance and enjoying the journey. As we have explored, there are 9 toxic habits that can hold us back from true happiness: negativity, complaining, comparing, holding grudges, procrastination, perfectionism, toxic relationships, self-doubt, and overworking. Each of these habits can create barriers to a fulfilling and joyful life, but by addressing them, we can pave the way for positive change. It's important to remember that breaking these habits requires consistent effort and practice. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. By focusing on positive thinking, gratitude, self-compassion, and creating a supportive environment, you can overcome these toxic habits and experience greater happiness and well-being. Remember, happiness is within your reach. By letting go of these toxic habits, you can open the door to a more joyful and fulfilling life. Take the first step today and commit to making positive changes. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on personal and spiritual growth. Stay positive, stay inspired, and remember that you have the power to create a happier life.